Welcome back, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time for more Miles Edgeworth voice attorney. I should have named it that a long time ago. Alright, here we go. So, there's a second Master Mask and he's dead. What if it's actually the guy from the first game? Not Luke Atmay, but the other guy. Holy crap if it is. The one with the hot wife? Oh, let's see what it is, though. Only Larry could get himself into yet another mess as fine as this one. But no matter what the facts seem to say, Larry's not the type to commit murder. After all these times. Still, it's a rather daunting stroke of misfortune I've struck. I have to prove that Larry Butts is innocent of all wrongdoing. Shifu, we've identified the victim. Good work. I'll take that report now. Agent Lang, would you mind if I took a peek at it as well? What did I tell you earlier, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't get in my way. There's only enough flesh here to feed one wolf, and that one is me. So no, you may not take a peek. So this is how you become useless. Honestly. If you don't share information, then crap doesn't get done. But Agent Lang! Oh, look who's back! Snap, he's the killer. Agent Lang, will you allow an investigator such as myself to take a look? Ah, yes, of course. You, let the detective see the file. You're Detective Bad? You're the prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth, right? Fancy meeting you here, Detective. You weren't expecting me. Ever since that day 7 years ago, I've chased after the Yatagrasu non-stop. I even pressured Interpol into keeping me in the loop, in case a card was ever found. What incredible dedication to the case. Detective Bad knows the Yatagrasu's MO very well. And his passion for the chase hasn't died down in these 7 long years. It's something I can respect. But Detective Bad, I must ask, are you going to make an ally out of this prosecutor? My only goal is to arrest the Yatagrasu. If he can get to the bottom of this case, then I'm willing to share info with him. I am in your debt, Detective Bad. Initial investigation. About the murder of the Mask 2, would you be willing to fill me in on a few of the details? When the Yatagrasu showed up, Agent Lang and I took ourselves off guard duty and put ourselves in charge of directing things at this crime scene, taking advantage of the chaos. The Mask 2, he broke into this embassy, probably to steal some treasure or another. And I suppose he lost his life when he was forced to fight someone else in this room? Suspect. Why exactly was the man placed under arrest, Detective? That samurai? He was born looking suspicious, but not for the reasons you suspect, I assure you. As you can plainly see, he is completely harmless. Well, it was just a random guess. It's not like he's actually under arrest. Tonight, here at the Alabastrian Embassy, Ambassador Alba was to give a commemorative speech. And that's when the Yatagrasu showed up. But keep in mind, the Yatagrasu isn't who I'm talking about right now. Those seats for the guests who had been called to sit in them were empty. A no-show? Who was it that failed to take their seat? The Steel Samurai. Until the speech was to begin, each member of the entire Steel Samurai family was to wait in a separate room. However, for some weird reason, that man was spotted in a different location than his assigned room at that time. And where was he? He was on the roof with one of his legs down a chimney. That chimney leads directly into this room. Oh! Larry Butts, you've really outdone yourself this time. What were you thinking? I lost the voice for a second. In any case, I believe it's high time for me to start my investigation. Alright, let's go talk to Larry first. Get that voice out of the way. Oh, let's talk to Francesca first. Yes? Investigation. I've only just arrived in this room myself, which is why we need to investigate some more. Yes, I agree. Our priority should be on understanding what the current situation is. Of course. I was planning to do that from the very beginning. In that case, hurry up and start investigation. Already. I will! So let's just get started. In order to find out the truth behind what happened here, I should start by gathering as much information as I can. Master Mask 2. Master Mask, I see that yet another weirdo has popped up in my absence. Yes, and as I understand it, he was a brilliant thief to whom the world was his oyster. He stole extremely valuable objects, one after another, for a while. Detective Gumshoe was in charge of the case, and not once did he catch Master Mask. I had already researched all that, you know. Last year when Damask gave himself up and was finally arrested, he was apparently represented by that man. Okay, Phoenix 3 took place a year ago. Where does that fit everything else? A lot of heart. Okay, Larry's here. No. Master Mask was Phoenix 2 or Phoenix 3? Master Mask is Phoenix 2 or Phoenix 3? Pearl was in 2 and 3, so I need to very quickly check that again, because I'm going to forget very quickly. Actor, okay, Stolen Turnabout. Stolen Turnabout was 2 or 3. Stolen Turnabout was... does not say... Yeah. Okay, yeah, Pearl was in it. Yeah, Pearl was definitely in it. Yeah, 2018 is when that case took place. Okay. Yeah, the Delight family. I think Samus was in this one. Yeah, Samus was in this one. But was that the second or the third game? Trials and Tribulations. Trials and Tribulations was the third game. So the third game takes place before this. The Jammin' Samurai should be dead by now, right? So much happened. So much freaking happened. Like, Jammin' Ninja, I mean. Jammin' Ninja. The Jammin' Ninja died in 2 or 3. Jammin' Ninja was in Farewell My Turnabout. And also 2018. Oh yeah, I forgot he was strangled with a scarf. Strangled to death with a scarf. Which, yeah, Pearl was there. This one took place, yeah, Mad on Guard. Which game was this? Episode 4, For My Turnabout. Justice for All. Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. Yeah, that was number 2. Alright, okay, yeah, he died number 2. That's what's confusing. Which means this is a new Jammin' Ninja, because the old one's already dead. Yeah, okay, alright, so this is a new one. So, people die and they just get replaced. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's where I was trying to figure everything out. Alright, okay. Back to the game. Knowing him, I'm almost curious as to how insane that trial turned out to be. Indeed. But why would anyone want to kill Damask? I should really find out some more about the victim. But who was the prosecutor for the Damask case? It wasn't... Oh no, it was Godot. Godot was the prosecutor for the Damask case, I'm pretty sure. Steel Samurai. What exactly is that hideous fashion faux pas of a costume he's wearing supposed to be? I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. She must have, considering everything in this game. But there's something different about it than what I remember. That costume is from the very first Steel Samurai. It's a live-action superheroes show on television, beloved by children and adults alike. The Steel Samurai's weapon is the Samurai Spear, and it is with the Samurai Spear that he performs his special attacks, which enthrall all who watch them in action. You seem to know quite a bit. Not at all. In any case, Francesca, I believe the Samurai you are familiar with is the second one. The Nickel Samurai, which was part of that case last year. Do you recall that case? Oh, yes, I remember. Although I'd much rather it stay buried in the depths of my mind. Not that I blame her. She was shot during the course of that trial. Totally forgot that! Totally forgot girl got shot. I fear she may still be suffering great trauma over the shooting. Anyway, that aside, it looks like the Steel Samurai is the suspect this time. Yes, although that's because of who was inside the costume rather than the character. That's right! If he is the Steel Samurai! Miles Edgeworth, have you been in shock over something this whole time? No, I'm not in shock over anything. I wanted to forget that I had received the Steel Samurai autograph from Larry. But the autograph... the drawing of the samurai spear and the caricature of his face. Why did he waste so much time on the most useless parts of the autograph? Hey, Edgy! Did you say something? No, I didn't say anything. Well, he's not the first Steel Samurai. Wasn't Wolverine the first Steel Samurai? And the Nickel Samurai was the one that killed the Jammin' Ninja, isn't it? Yeah, I think. Oh no, Wolverine was the princess. Wolverine was the princess, wasn't he? Man, I can't remember anymore. I'm not going to go back on that. We've already looked in the past enough. Let's go and talk to Larry. Now, let's look at the knives first, actually. We know one of those isn't correct, and it's the one in the middle. There's some weapons on display on this wall. A crossbow, and under that, a set of knives bearing a flower motif. They must be the counterparts to the Balabalese knives. Which means that the blades inside these scabbards should match the blade that was used to kill Mr. Cochin. I won't risk. Okay. We assume the middle one. Knives adorned with flowers on display here. I suspect that these are the counterparts of the Balabalese knives. He's already... the blades of these knives should match the... Okay. Whoop. What? One of the knives is missing its blade. Let's see if the two parts and blade handle fit each other perfectly. Don't even need to deduce, huh? It would appear that they fit together quite well. Almost seamlessly. And this means that an alabaster knife did find its way into Bubble. But how? If I deduce... Let me just scum save a second here. Let me deduce. I held shift. Son of a bitch! Look, this isn't too far. So... Okay, and we're back. Okay, so save. I swear if it happened again, I'd be so mad. Deduce. What deduce? This? The condition of this here is related to this piece of evidence. I don't see how they're related in any... Okay, the other one. Alabaster knife. Okay, we've already made a thing, so we don't have to deduce anything, I guess. Alright. We just know it is an alabaster knife. Okay, let's go and talk to Larry. What is that plant supposed to be? Francesca, don't you see that it's supposed to be a likeness of Ambassador Alba? Miles Edgeworth, as our subordinate, you have a lot of nerve telling me what to think. I look forward to your next salary assessment next month. You are deluding yourself if you think you have any control over that. Larry, there are a few things I need to ask you about. Hey, how about that? I've got a few things I've got to ask you too, buddy. What is it? It's like, both you and him. How is it that the two of you always manage to have some cute or hot girl by your side? And Francie, what about you? What about that promise you made me? Promise? What promise? The one where you said you would model for my next book. Francie's Whippity Whip Trip. Ah! I made no such promise. Ever since grade school, we've had a certain saying about Larry. When something smells, it's usually the butts. One needs to look no further than this man to find the king of troublemakers. Look so bored. As I recall, aren't you calling yourself Laurisa Donham now? That's Dunham. Larry's Dunham. Get that straight in your head, Edgy. Now remember, you're that rude, pale imitation of a real artist. No. You get it all wrong. I gave up on that whole Larice business. Besides, when Benjalina left me and my heart in pieces, that's when Mindy walked into my life. She's been so good to me that I wanted to help her in some way. And I figured I could through the Steel Samurai outfit. Your name-plathering makes me less and less sense each time we meet. I believe he's saying that he picked up this part-time job as the Steel Samurai so that he may attempt to capture the heart of the actress who plays the Pink Princess. You got it. I knew you'd know what I meant, Edgy. Not really. It's not so much that as I understand, but a simple deduction based on your usual modus operandi, Larry. Time of the murder. Larry, I'd like you to confess right now to everything you did tonight. Confess? Hey, don't tell me you suspect me too, man. Nonsense. I don't believe you have the mental acuity needed to plan and execute a murder. However, we are talking about you here, so I find it hard to believe that nothing happened. My past experience has taught me that you are always at the center of some insane event. So why can't they just say Phoenix Wright? I'm curious why. Edge, how can you be so mean, stabbing me with your words like that? Unfortunately, I don't have the time to search out a key to unlock your heart this time. So I suggest that you cooperate and tell me what you know. Okay, I get it. Just stop fancy from whipping me from behind. I'm not into that, man. So I guess you know what I did, right, Edgy? I can't even begin to imagine. However, I imagine that whatever you were up to was probably beyond my imagination. So you tell me what exactly you did, Larry? Oh yeah, Larry was at the end of Phoenix 3, jeez. Was Larry in Apollo? I don't remember. Nope, not yet, Edgy. It'll take more than that to loosen my lips. A lot more! Confess, now. Ooh. Okay, well, I was up on the roof. And why exactly were you up there? Oh, you know, that wintry custom and the legendary hero. Legendary? Hero? Santa Claus! Santa Claus? I wanted to do that thing he does, so I climbed up to one of the chimneys. But when I got there was smoke pouring out of the chimney. And? Well, I couldn't go down the chimney with smoke coming up, right? So I gave up. Larry, you do realize that Santa Claus does not exist, right? Of course I know! I did graduate from junior high, you know. Then you should also understand this. If Santa was real, he would be the biggest unlawful trespasser in history. Ah, crude. It is your attempt to imitate Santa that has landed you as prime suspect in this murder. Come on, man. What's so wrong with pretending to be Santa? Let's start with the fact that it will be the Ides of March in a matter of hours. The middle of March, okay. Santa only visits homes on December 24th. That's December, you nitwit. No! Hey, wait a sec. We're not in court. Alright, that's it for him for now. I breathe way too shallow when I do the voices. It's so I don't put so much breath into the mic. Alright, talk to him. Whoops. If I have less breath on the mic, then it's less for Jinx to have to edit around. So this is the victim, the mask. 2. What is with this gaudy outfit? You don't know about Master Mask? A few months ago, this thief caused a lot of havoc on the populace. This thief is separate from the Yatagarasu? I thought they were for a while, because their MO and targets were different. The mask likes high-value trinkets and jewels, and being gaudy in his signature. Gumshoe was in charge of that investigation, so he'd know more about the mask. That's alright. I'll probably hear our tales of his failure anyway. You haven't changed a bit, I see. In any case, let's get started here, shall we? So that's a sword straight up that hit him. So this is the murder weapon in this case. There's blood on the blade. It's a rather sweeping sword, isn't it? What did you expect? It's still Samurai Daddy's secondary weapon. I only call it his secondary because though he uses his sword in most of his battles, it's his trusty samurai spear that he turns to in a real fight. You sure know quite a bit about the Steel Samurai. It's only because I saw the stage show earlier. The owner of this sword is the Steel Samurai, or in other words, Larry. I should probably ask him about it, as detrimental as it is to proving him innocent. Oh, okay, gotta ask him about this sword, okay. Probably kept him here for some reason, because the spear's here too. There's not a single shred of fashion sense in Damask's costume. At least I can appreciate the great effort and he must have put into making it. You two don't know, you can buy this costume almost anywhere now. It's being sold? Since when? Since around New Year's. The streets are practically flooded with them. Turns out Damask is a lot more popular than I thought he'd be. I can't believe that foolish fool would dress in fool's clothing to act foolishly. We got your point about 3 foolish is back, Francesca. 3 foolish is back. Okay, I get it. And the piece of Declaration of Independence. What is he holding? It looks like a piece of paper from a notepad. Alabaster Hamadou statue, 5th floor, ambassador's office. Okay. It would appear that directions on how to reach this room were written by hand. There's something written on the back as well. I'd like you to steal the Primadou statue in this room. What is that supposed to mean? Who writes a note to themselves like that? If I had to guess from the text, I would say that this is actually a request from someone about what to steal. Just who was the person that requested the theft of the Primadou statue? Also, whose body is this? Unmask. I thought that the mask had quit the business. This guy, he's just a copycat using the name. A phony successor. He's just another petty thief. His real identity is an out-of-work guy by the name of Kashino. Kashino. Is that a food? Kashino? Kashino. Maybe, I don't know. He's 29 and wanted on larceny charges. From his clothes and what he was carrying, we determined that this guy is the real Damask 2. Cause of death appears to be the loss of blood from the back of his head. It seems that he was struck with something very hard. In other words, he was bludgeoned to death. Wow, so they had to hit him for a while, huh? Unless one hit would do it. It's gotta be everything. Let's ask Larry. Murder weapon. Larry, about the samurai sword that was used as the murder weapon. Oh, that? Oh, that? Well, I shook hands with the ambassador in this room, you know. Yes, apparently you did. And well, I totally forgot about it and left it behind where I left afterwards. You want to talk about shock? I was most shocked of all when I heard he killed someone. Shocked? Foolish fool, looking especially foolish for foolishly stating such a foolish excuse. You forgot to take something that big with you? Who would believe such a tale? Sorry, Miss Von Karma, but I believe him. Because if anyone could forget something like that, it would be Larry. Edger, you believe me? I just knew that our friendship is something special. Anyway, even if Larry had simply forgotten the sword and left it behind, that in no way clears his name. Which means that I will have to prove his innocence from a different angle. That's it for now. I'm getting lightheaded from I'm breathing incorrectly or something because I'm getting lightheaded this time. What is a bird? What? Two gorgeous flowers are in full bloom here. Oh, there's something there. I'm sure flowers are lovely, as these must have an equally lovely name. How's Edgeworth? Are you done staying? I should hardly think passion flowers are all that rare. Passion flowers? That's a rather unusual name. It was named by priests in the 15th century at the Passion of the Christ, for the Passion of the Christ. What? But Jesus died 15 centuries before that! Why would you do that then? As they say, you learn something new every day. Alright, that's evidence. Can I look at the Boyds? Nope. It's a fireplace. By the looks of it, I don't think it's been used recently. Where'd the smoke come from then? Larry said he saw smoke. Yes, I can't say that I see anything unusual about it. Larry said there was smoke. The person shaking hands with the steel samurai in this picture is Ambassador Alba. It was taken just before the murder. The statue is a different spot. The steel samurai must be very popular. They're even using the national treasure as a backdrop. I just don't understand what exactly is so great about Top Knot there. Clearly there's a depth to this show that a young person like you can't fathom. Speaking of young people, aren't young children the target audience of this show of costume actors? Well, this gives me something because the statue's not in the right angle for that shot. Like right there, it's been moved. The counterpart to the Babalese butterfly is the alabaster flower. The butterfly and flower, they're both lovely things. But can we interpret this to mean that Alabast provides honey to Babal? Francesca, can't you come up with a more meaningful or profound comment? It seems like a pretty good one to me. Very well then, let's hear what sort of profound comment you can come up with. Well, flowers cannot survive with the butterflies that spread their pollen. I thought this bees. And butterflies cannot live without the nectar that flowers provide. If either one were to disappear from the equation, neither would survive. How was that, Miss Von Karma? The explanation took so long that I nearly fell asleep. Well, let's continue the investigation. Francesca, why can't you just admit I had something there? Before we talk to Lang, look at the statue. There was the exact same statue sitting in that Babalese office we examined. It's the Prima Du statue. It was the national treasure of the Principality of Cadopia. There was only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two was a replica. But both Alabast and Babal claimed to have the real thing. What an incredibly childish thing to fight over. Alright. Look at it. It's a Prima Du statue. There was one of these in the... we already did this. In the other one. I hear it's very valuable and made of pure gold. It was the national treasure of Cadopia. There's only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two is a replica. But both Alabast and Babal claim to have the real thing and won't budge from their claim. What an incredible... Yeah, okay. We can make a deduction here. Because of the picture. Look at this photo and tell me what you find out about this scene, Miss Von Karma. The apparent joy on the ambassador's face as he shakes that top-knot's hand? That's not it. I was trying to point out that the statue in the photo was facing a different way. You're right. This statue is a national treasure. As such, only an ambassador or secretariat-level person is allowed to handle it. The fact that the statue is facing one way in this photo, and now it's facing a different direction in this preserved crime scene, is proof that someone touched that statue around the time of the crime. Alright, there we go. More information on that one. That helps us. Oh, no more deduce there, which means there's something to deduce here. What can I deduce? Go ahead and scum save and do it right this time. There we go. Deduce. There's something here. This? No, that didn't work. I guess I don't have it yet. Let me take a look at this, though. While I'm here. I wonder if that aggro has to do with anything. Don't have anything yet. Do I have any logic besides just the one? Smoke from chimney, but yet there's no smoke, apparently, the Francesca says. This must be Ambassador Alba's desk. His notebook is open on his desk. He must have been in the middle of something important. Sapling growth log. It finally sprouted today. Funny, it doesn't look like important work to me. Alright. We'll talk to these guys next time. So there we go. That's the game for now. Next time we'll talk to Lang and have all these conversations. So, actually, let's see if it's the MIB guy. We can do the MIB guy if it's him instead of Lang. No matter how hard you try, you'll never be a necessity during Shifu's investigation. Is that a fact? But no matter how good he is bound to overlook something. If you insult our Shifu, then prepare to be punished. Oh, and how exactly would you punish us? Your investigator under Shifu's command will work to disrupt your investigation. Vindictive much? Also, lame. Okay, so Lang next time. Let's just click on him. Oh, okay, he doesn't have a full... Okay, let's do it now then. You did some investigating over in the Babalese embassy too, right? I did. Is there a problem? Thing she says a wolf who aims to hunt for 2 rabbits at once. I believe the enemy requires he who runs after 2 hares will catch neither. Huh, a real wolf can catch both. I see. So what are you trying to say? Seeing as how I am currently handling 2 cases? Huh, suit yourself, but don't say I didn't warn you. He's saying he's not a wolf. Okay, so we've already looked at everything, which means we need to present information at people. Alright. So next time we'll figure out what the hell that is. So that right there... Oh, actually, look at the clock. Let me look at the clock. Hold on. There was a grandfather clock just like this one early in the Babalese embassy. You know, symmetry is a fine thing, but the interior design really suffers for it. Really? I think this clock actually fits the decor of this room quite well. I suppose the wood does suit the all-natural atmosphere of this room. Its design and the material it's made of strikes a good balance with the plants. Hey, you two! Now's not the time to be talking about interior decorating, you know. Hurry up and save me! Be quiet. This is all part of my elite investigation. All you need to do is be quiet and watch. Actually, I do believe Larry has a point for once. Okay. Can we go outside, by the way? No, we can't. Okay. So next time we gotta figure out what to present and to who. Probably Larry? But we'll see. Because I don't know about deduction. Maybe we can smash deduction as well. But that right there is the game for now. I have fun. Hope you have fun watching. That's what's up, Bazin. Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.